Hello, guys. Today we are going to talk about personal relationships. And in this case, we call it in Spanish las relaciones personales. Vamos a hablar un poquito acerca de este tema y vamos a hablar acerca de los derechos de los jóvenes latinoamericanos. That it means we are going to talk about the young Latin American people's rights. So we are going to read some descriptions about the life of some people, and I hope that we can read it together and just try it to pay attention. Now I'm going to read instructions, and we are going to listen to the descriptions, then read the descriptions, and finally read it but in English. So we are going to start with the Spanish, the audio, then we are going to read it in Spanish, and finally in English. I hope that we can practice like this. Bueno, las instrucciones, como dije, se trata de escuchar las descripciones de las vidas de los jóvenes latinos. Luego, leer las descripciones. Y por último, leer su traducción en inglés. Para comenzar, vamos a leer la historia de luznati, de 15 años, de Bolivia. To start, we are going to read the story of luznati. She is 15 years old and she is from Bolivia. Aquí, en Bolivia, tradicionalmente todos los niños trabajan con sus padres. Se necesitaba ganar dinero para sobrevivir y además se tenía que trabajar en el campo para luego poder comer. Pero oficialmente durante los últimos años esto era ilegal. Pero se acaba de cambiar la ley y ahora se puede trabajar legalmente desde la edad de los 10 años, con el apoyo de sus padres. Por una parte, es algo muy positivo para ayudar a la familia, pero por otra parte, yo no quiero dejar mis estudios, quiero una vida mejor. Well, as you can read, we are going to move on and try to translate it. Well, as you can see, this is the text, and I'm going to start to read it. Here in Bolivia, traditionally all kids were working with their parents. It was necessary to earn money to survive, and besides, it was demanding to work in the field or harvest to be able to eat then. But officially in the last years this was illegal. But the law changed recently, and now it is possible to work legally at 10 years old with their parents' support. On one hand, it is something positive to help the family, but on the other hand, I do not want to leave my studies. I want a better life. As you can see, this is a really interesting story. Es una historia muy interesante y vamos a continuar con el siguiente texto. We are going to continue with the next story. Well, this is Ruben. He is 17 years old and he is from Costa Rica. I'm going to start to read it. Rubén, de 17 años, de Costa Rica. A los 10 años se puede fumar legalmente en Costa Rica. ¡Qué locura! Pero no se puede comprar el tabaco hasta los 18 años. Me parece una tontería que se puede fumar pero no se puede comprar tabaco. Es ilógico. Yo no fumo porque en mi opinión es muy nocivo para la salud. Y también mi padre fumaba cuando yo era más joven y no me gustaba nada. Pero no creo que la mayoría de los jóvenes son suficientemente maduros para decidir de manera racional. Muchos de mis amigos dicen que fuman para parecer guay. Okay, so we are going to continue with the translation. As you can see, uh, at 10 years old, you can smoke legally in Costa Rica. That's insane. That's crazy. But you cannot buy cigarettes until you are 18 years old. It is ridiculous that you can smoke, but you cannot buy cigarettes. It is illogical. I do not smoke because, in my opinion, it is dangerous for your health. And also, my dad was smoking when I was younger, and I did not like it at all. But I do not believe that the most of the young people are mature enough to decide rationally. Many friends say they smoke to look cool. And as you can see, this is another interesting story. And um, uh, we are going to continue with the next text. And vamos a leer la siguiente historia. Esta historia es acerca de Emilio, que tiene 15 años, y él es de Paraguay. So this is the story of Emilio. He is 15 years old, and he is from Paraguay. I'm going to start to read it. No me parece justo que aquí en Paraguay los chicos pueden casarse a los 16 años, pero las chicas pueden decidir casarse a los 14 años. Es decir, que ellas son maduras antes que nosotros. Yo quiero mucho a mi novia, pero no puedo casarme con ella hasta el año que viene. Mis padres se quejan porque dicen que somos demasiado jóvenes y que todavía no entendemos el mundo real. Dicen que debemos esperar, que vamos a cambiar durante los próximos años y que no tenemos suficiente dinero para crear una vida juntos. Pero el amor nos protegerá. Okay, and as you can see, he described his life related to start a relationship. And we are going to read the translation in English. Emilio, 15 years old, from Paraguay. It is not fair that boys can get married at 16 years old here in Paraguay, but girls can decide to get married at 14 years old. It means that they are mature before us. I love much my girlfriend, but I cannot get married to her until the next year. My parents are angry because they say we are too young and we do not understand the real world yet. They say we should wait. We are going to change throughout the years and do not have money enough to start a marriage together. But love will protect us. Okay, as you can see, this is another story, and we are going to continue with the final story of a young man. Okay, this is Ignacio. He is 19 years old and he is from Uruguay. Okay, I'm going to start to read it. Ignacio, de 19 años, de Uruguay. Mi prima Sofía tiene 13 años y el año pasado dio a luz a un bebé Guapísimo, Luis. Aunque su embarazo causó mucha sorpresa y vergüenza a toda la familia, y de hecho al pueblo entero, es su madre, Marta, quien va a tener la responsabilidad legal para Luis hasta que Sofía cumpla 18 años. Desde mi punto de vista, Sofía todavía no es bastante madura para cuidar a Luis completamente sola. No entiende todo lo que necesita hacer para ayudarle a crecer fuerte y sano. Así que para mí es algo positivo. Now we can continue with the translation in English. And okay, Ignacio, he is 19 years old and he is from Uruguay. My cousin, Sofia, is 13 years old, and the last year she gave a birth to a beautiful baby, Luis. Even though her pregnancy was a surprise and a shame for the family and for the entire town, it is her mother, Martha, who is going to have the legal responsibility for Luis until Sofia is 18 years old. My opinion is that Sofia is not mature yet to care to Luis by herself completely, and she does not get everything what she needs to do to help him to grow strong and healthy. Thus, it is something positive for me. And this is the last story, uh, at the last description, and I hope that you can understand a little bit the context and the life of these young people in Latin America.